All right, we're live. Hey there, folks. Good morning.
Hello,
Good morning from
hello.
Arizona. I'm in Arizona. You're in Long Beach, California.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Long Beach has really been developing a lot. They put this
Oh,
big thing
yeah.
up. We got that
Right.
thing. This
Yeah.
thing runs slug slime. It's
Yeah.
renewable.
Let's
Really moving things forward.
yeah. Yeah. Let's adjust the view. Let's see if we can get equal. Auto. Let's put on auto, see if it does the both of it at the same time. I'm just
Mm.
little. I'm just little.
Oh,
Hey
don't be
everybody.
little.
Hey,
Don't
this
be
is
little.
my show. This is my show. I just want you to know this is my show. That's all right, because I
Let's
got the camera.
try this. How about this?
Yeah.
There we go.
No.
That's better.
Oh, that just blocked you out. Now I got nothing. All you are is a little icon now on my screen. Anyway, hey everybody. I've still got last week's painting on there. I've been running around this week doing a lot of things. So I didn't take a ton of time to prepare. So I really am relying on you for good ideas. What to paint today. Jonathan had some good ideas. He threw at me,
What kind of
and
ideas did he have?
he was saying, there was an abstract kind of landscape that he actually purchased from me a while back. He was saying it'd be kind of fun to see a build. Talk through how you build a thing like that uses realistic effects with a very abstract scene.
Yeah.
That was an idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, I see lots
Round
of
Brush said you should do something out of your comfort zone. I think he's trying to sabotage you.
somebody they like the feel of seeing me squirm.
Yeah,
They like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
They really like seeing how big my head is too.
yeah. It's big. It's big. Let's see
Yeah.
if there's a what view do you put it on in order to get the here?
Google how
Let's
to
see.
make my brother less important than
Open picture
I.
background effects, adjust view. See, I got it on auto. Let's do tiled. Let's see what tiled does.
Ginormous.
Let's do
Yeah, yeah. Let's try one of
mm,
those.
yeah.
Let's
It
try
seems like it
bar.
does a different thing. This is me, and technology is it does something different every time I use it. It does like it's not consistent results. You're like, oh yeah, you go here and do this. Well, then a week later, it's a different thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always being reinvented. So I'm just gonna roll with whatever happens. It's good to see
That
Ben nice and big.
seems to be the way of things.
You look
Constant
good.
reinvention.
You look good with this futuristic background. You got short hair.
Mm.
You look like you're up to speed with the times right now.
I'm moving forward, man.
Yeah,
I'm moving on
yeah.
forward. Um, you
What
know.
are we gonna paint? This was
What's up, Tom? Tom's here. Debbie's here. Leanne's here. Mavis is
okay, nice.
here.
Well,
Robin Jade 3 is here. Not Robin Jade 2. Not Robin
three.
Jade
Yeah,
1.
those were taken. Those
Those
were all.
individuals are not half as cool as Robin Jade 3.
You got the number 3. It's a great
Um,
number. 3 is a great number.
Yeah, Round Brush says you can paint a car. One time Joe did a truck. He did like a red truck on the farm. That was fun. Did that for a business. Jen, what up?
Yeah, we could do a car. What if we invented a car? What if we did that? That'd be kind of cool, right? Geometry, some slick, smooth edges and geometry, some glassy reflection. That might be fun, right?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
And is anybody else demanding anything?
Let's hear some demands, you guys. Place some demands on us, if you could.
Is there demand? Like supply and demand, not like literally demanding.
Yeah.
Well,
Leanne is sad to see the glass beach turn into a white canvas, but sorry, Leanne, that's
the deal.
The way it goes.
That's the deal. If it's permanent, I can't paint it as well. If this is this is how I prove to myself that it's true that this is trash and I don't have to do a good job. That takes the pressure off. But see, if I stop painting over things, it totally changes my mindset. And I'm like, okay, just slow down and make this part look good. And then that ruins everything.
Yeah.
You know, there we go. Now we're ready.
Hey, well,
Helps my
Robin
imagination.
Jade asks for pebbled glass. I'm not sure.
Did I just paint over? Did I just paint over? I feel like that was what we did last time.
I wonder if you could pull off some pebbled glass, Joe.
I feel like that's what the whole live stream was about last time. I went home and saw translucent pumpkins. Of all things, I felt like I was painting a very random thing because someone said pumpkin. We were doing translucent rocks. And so I was like, let's do a translucent pumpkin. I went home and there was translucent pumpkins just decorating my windowsill. My wife would put them up. I was like, how random is that? The universe is telling me that there's something significant about translucent pumpkins because I painted it and I came home and I saw the real thing. It was so weird.
Unlock the significance?
I didn't. I did not. I did a fun thing for the first time. I painted live at a wedding. I did. I wonder if I've got images.
You painted live at a wedding.
I did. I mean, imagine the sight of it. You know,
somebody's getting married and they're like, hey, you know what would really make this day awesome is if a dude
it's a thing. People like to mix live art with events. You know, it's like it's a rising trend. It's a thing these days. It's cool. So they hired me to do it, and so I did a spontaneous picture. I want to show you. I'm going to my computer right now to the images. Okay, this is Grant and Sadie. They just got married, and this was my spontaneous picture that I painted live during the wedding. See, so we showed up. Sorry, we're looking at Ben in the middle of it. That's cool too. Ben is cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
So they came to pick it up yesterday, and they both love art. They're way into art. You know, they love Earth, and they love the beach. They like all the, you know, they're way into the vibe of it. So I showed up to the wedding, and it was stormy. It was gonna rain. I mean, the clouds looked ominous. It was scary, and they're like, let's just do it outside. If you know, maybe it'll rain, maybe it won't. And it felt very, you know, risky.
So like they kept the painting afterwards, huh?
Oh yeah. So that was my wedding gift to them. That painting, and so I painted this. You know, I'm not going to say it has exact meaning or anything, but the vibe I was getting was calm in the storm, right? So I got like the gentle. I like the contrast. You know, isn't it nice when we see really contrasting things? So I wanted turbulent movement put right up next to really calm. So I put the two leaves just floating down on softly rippling water, and then this crashing wave. And I had just finished my workshop doing crashing waves. And so it was fresh on my mind. It was easy to do. That's what came out.
We got maybe like Tom says, maybe some clouds depicting battle between good and evil.
The paint. We're talking about the paint.
Says another beach with sun reflecting with pier and palms.
Pretty
leading
scene.
Into a jungle. That's very detailed, Debbie. Very detailed.
But we could do it.
There.
We could do it. I switched to a different
Murphy says, great artistry. They're now wearing bone conducting hearing headphones.
I think I'm wearing those.
They're curious. Oh, now wearing bone conducting. Oh, that's what they're saying you're wearing.
Yeah. I'm wearing
cool bone conducting hearing headphones. Do they work and make your art better?
No, honestly, I keep the volume down low because I don't like the feeling of the sound going into. Yeah, they're designed. It really, you can feel the vibration. Maybe it doesn't bother everybody, you know. But the ridge, that bony ridge that goes behind your ear, the vibration goes directly into that. So you really can hear very well as it's doing that, but it just very distracting for me, so I keep the volume down so that I don't feel that very much. I
Yeah.
think they would be really good. I think these would be really awesome for going out jogging and stuff because you can hear everything. I like to hear people talk to people. I don't want earbuds blocking my ability to hear. So
Well,
they've been great for this.
Yeah, yeah. Fractal Flowers says they love you, Joe. What up, Fractal
Hey,
Flowers?
thanks a
No
lot.
Turbo says what's up.
I like the username Fractal Flowers. That's
I know,
cool.
isn't that a cool name? We got Death Rocket back in the
Flowers are
building.
fractal. All right, what were we gonna do here? We got someone said beach.
Remember old Death Rocket?
Death Rockets in the house. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Well, I'm gonna use my custom tailored brush. You want to see a cool brush? Look, I chopped. I'm gonna get it close to the camera so you can see. I chopped the edges. Let the camera focus here. Okay. I took a razor blade. I sliced into the left side and the right side so that it's very thin strip of bristles down the middle. And this brush never splits open. It's a thin enough row of bristles. It stays real skinny. So this has been the most fantastic detail brush. I was using it to touch up my mural with lots of pine needles, and it's been great. So now I'm giving it a run on this board. Look at these tiny lines I can get. Just keep some water on the
tiniest.
So tiny. Not that we always want to do that, but it's kind of fun. What if we had some trees in here? Let's put there we go, tree line. We're gonna make some water, right? Because that's what goes over well. And someone said beach. Someone said beach, palm trees.
Yeah, Debbie's talking about beach with sun reflecting with a pier.
Okay. All right. I did a short. I did the first short that I invited people to submit ideas for a short series where I'm just taking paintings, digitally suggesting using the digital app to modify them, and just sticking to one topic at a time to make real concise demonstrations. I did the first one, and so take a look at that. The newest video that I posted. I just posted it yesterday. All right, let's put some color on here. We got orange, yellow, black, and white are great start colors for landscape. So I'm going to get those. I switched to these tubes. The paint doesn't come out quite as fast, but they seem to have better longevity. They don't clog as much because see, it has the lid. If you can get a hold of some of these, I was really liking these during my in-person workshops. 14 people for a week had to pour out of these, use these, and I had to refill them and everything. So they stood the test, is my point. And so if you're looking for methods to use this kind of wall paint for fast painting, these tubes work really well. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze them a little harder, but the threaded lid stays on tighter. There's just like cheap water bottle deals. Okay, so we're gonna paint a background. My go-to color for distant greenery is black and white. Imagine that. It's a very sophisticated color. This is going to be my background.
Black and white.
Black and white. All right. Let's the white base that I put on there is still wet. We're just going to be loose with this. I wonder if we could abstractify this picture after we get it. Like let's get something that looks lifelike, and then as it progresses, I wonder if there's just like stuff we could do to turn it more abstract without destroying the picture. You know what I mean? What do you think? Do you do that with movies or commercials? Like take an ordinary realistic idea, but then bend the reality rules a little bit, So it's
that's one of the best things to do, actually.
Like in life?
Oh, no, I'm not. Give me a little more coffee and then I'll talk about life. But
Okay. I just had to throw that in there. All right.
um, um, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm a little
it's
distracted.
coming.
I
It's
found a
coming.
flashlight on the desk and it's doing compelling things
Oh, nice. That's
to
cool.
this camera.
You need inspiration. Oh, okay. Here, let's check that out. That's cool. You're really getting into
Yeah,
this. That's nice.
just
We don't need to play this
realizing the
one.
power of light, Joe.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
This,
That really fits your background. That background is dynamite with that underlit face.
I'm saying, man, it's
Yeah,
like
that's a scene. That's a scene right there.
this is an
You're
interesting. You know, let's talk about starting from nowhere.
yeah, because that's basically what I just did. Okay,
You
starting
know
from
what I've
nowhere,
realized is I'm a
from
very
zero.
curious creature, Joe.
Okay, you just said my name. I can tell you're getting in the zone.
That's it. I want to talk about starting from nothing.
Yeah, as in starting from zero, not. So you said starting from
Yeah, it's
nowhere. You're
starting
just
from a moment of decision. Let's call it that.
yeah,
Starting
yeah,
from
yeah. Blank canvas, so to
yeah,
speak.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Where does that start, right? You know,
Yeah.
what is we all know what zero looks like. What does 0.0001 look like? And for
Whoa.
me,
I don't know.
it looks like curiosity. You
Okay.
know, it
Yeah.
just be I don't have the choice as to whether or not I'm curious. I
Mm.
just am.
You
And
just are,
so,
yeah. And the distractions are because of that. Like you look at a flashlight, and I know exactly how that is because I'm the same way. It's in the blood.
well, I'm over here messing with this flashlight, right? And the viewers may be like, "Oh, look at Joe's distracting brother messing around with this flashlight." Well, we're trying to have a painting show,
Yeah, except
right?
that I'm equally distracted. Yeah,
Right.
right.
Well, the point is that the distractions are good to embrace because you learn things when you're curious.
Yeah, agreed.
You begin to feel things when you're curious. Curiosity is like, it can seem to be a problem in the moment, but if you take
Yeah.
note of what you learn in your curious moments, um,
Right.
you
Right.
can build up inspiration and ammunition to use towards stuff that you care about. You know, so
I think you're right
for
about that. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
example, all right. For example, I'll
Okay.
just
Okay.
so I was working with this camera guy once, right?
Okay.
And I was making this commercial and I needed this commercial to be really beautiful, right? I was commissioned to create beauty, not just
Yeah.
clean images, not just
Yeah.
commercial, but
Beauty
beauty.
to the broad public standard.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And so I was like, how do I make it was like a woman showering. It was like a shampoo commercial, a dude and a woman, and they were each taking showers and
Oh, I
all
think
that
I
kind of
saw
stuff.
that clip. I think I saw a clip of that.
Yeah,
Is that on your reel? Okay, yeah.
it's on my website. Yeah, it's one of my better things. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah,
I,
that's some
I
good
used it.
footage.
I used a technique that I learned just from being curious because my camera guy was like, "Oh, you want something pretty?" He was like, "Check this out." And he pulls out a flashlight and he shoots the flashlight into his own camera while we're filming stuff.
Whoa.
And it yielded some really impressive stuff that was like, really awesome. And where did that technique come
Okay.
from? It came from sitting here with this little webcam and this little flashlight going like this, you know?
And so that was his idea. So you're saying a guy you worked with just already knew how to
Yeah,
do
we
it?
were noodling around with a flashlight and we figured out how to do this. See, look at my
Oh,
camera,
I
Joe.
see. So
Look
you
at my
came
camera.
up with it. Yeah, that's cool. So you're
See all
saying you
these cool
did
effects? I'm saying curiosity brought me to an understanding of how to use
okay.
this stupid little flashlight because I was just sitting here noodling
Yeah.
around with this. And now I use it professionally in my career to create
Right.
things other people cannot.
Yeah.
I'm saying follow
That's
your
kind of fun.
curiosity, entertain it. You know, it's a good way to get from zero to something.
Zero to some. Okay, I like that. You know why hack apart brushes and stuff? Trying to sometimes they're a fail, but like this brush ended up being a super useful thing. I I would just be like, why do brushes always split in the middle? And I got to studying it, and I just stared and
Yeah.
stared at it. And same kind of idea. And then you end up with a good tool. I got this brush. This one's similar idea. I cut this brush because I really got into the mechanics of like where it bends and what makes. Oh, I got the wrong camera on. Give me some. I really got into the mechanics of what makes a brush go where you want it to go. And
Yeah.
so I hacked this one apart on the edges and I tapered it up. Now it looks like a mess, but this is actually a really useful brush for long, smooth lettering type strokes. So so getting it to bend more here, getting it to bend more at the top and not bending right down at the base was important. So I tapered it to make increased resistance on those bristles, and then shortening it enough that it's not square so that I can bend around. Let me show you how it works. But it's similar to what you're talking about. It came from the curiosity of why does this brush give me a hard time and what could be done to make it better. And I was,
Yeah.
I was just toying with ideas. So when I need to make a nice smooth line, I can trail this brush like this and it doesn't make square turns. So if you're on a big mural, being able to do a smooth line is a real handy thing when you're outlining edges and whatnot. This is not going to be part of the picture, but I just thought I would show. So I use this a lot to do nice smooth when I'm finishing a big picture and I need nice smooth edges. This does it well. I can just go along an edge with the color. And so
Yeah,
these custom
cool.
brushes I have all these bang dangled kind of hack job things, but they work so good. It reminds me of your flashlight on the lens of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, it was like I was sitting there staring at the ocean and I'm watching all the ripples and the reflecting sky that's above and the sun that was down low and then the deep of the water. And there were all these colors manifesting and just kind of flashing before my eyes, and
Okay.
I was sitting there just staring at it, and all the people around me were like looking at other stuff or like thinking of other stuff, but I'm just sitting there staring at the surface of this water, and it's just very fascinating for me.
You're
So
just liking it.
I'm realizing that it is because of that tendency to just get very attached to a thing and follow it and see where it goes. Like that's a very inspiring place to be. And we're commenting on your green, Joe. We got a few comments on the green. Let's move this conversation right along.
It's just something different. It's something different. I was thinking, I always do I always try to do the paradigm, the nice paradigm of beautiful sand on a blue water beach. I was thinking, what if I just kind of scrambled the ordinary colors and just stayed with the black and yellow? But now
I'll be honest with you. Sugar the surfing dog says Sugar the surfing dog.
Says that's not the color. That's not the color of the ocean, bro.
Sugar the surfing dog. Well, their name has surfing in it, so I think they know about ocean colors. They said favorite colors in the morning: baby shit green.
That's good. Hey, every color has a place.
They're just first thing in the morning. They're thinking of Gerber.
Yeah. Okay.
They're thinking diarrhea. Diapers.
That's good. It is. It is like that, isn't it?
We're over here being asked to paint a beautiful beach, and all we're conveying is dirty diapers.
Well, what does it take to make something that starts out ugly more pretty? I don't think any color is discluded from being able to be beautiful. So the question is, how can I make this attractive?
No, there's no ugly colors.
It's just there's ugly situations. Like combinations, relationships, right?
Mhm.
So how is it? Here's a mystery that
There
that
are
always,
no ugly colors, only ugly situations. That is a
yeah.
mouthful.
Food for thought. Let's just say it's food for thought. I'm gonna do my usual scene and try to capture some translucent light, something fun, happy, but do it with odd colors. Do it with odd colors. So black and yellow makes a fantastic kind of a natural green. We don't have to
Yeah.
associate it. We don't have to associate it with, human waste. We can associate it
No,
with
man.
other things.
No, or toxic waste or
Yeah, it works with that antifreeze spilled
artificial
and
food colorings, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. See, there's
Uh,
something people like. I don't like it. I'm
I
definitely
don't
not
like it.
in
When's the last time you
Yeah.
had Mountain Dew?
Dude, come on. I can't believe that's still around. I don't understand why people like. I never did. Not even when I was like a sugar fiending
It's
teenager.
Celsius is a thing. The people I work with are in the Celsius. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Right. I've seen that around. I think there's so much psychology to packaging and naming that it's
Yeah.
like if
there's
you got the
just
same drink in a plastic bag, when I was in Africa, I saw people drinking soda out of plastic bags and it totally reframed my view of soda. Because
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it's out of a plastic bag, it just all the
It's gross.
romance is gone. Yeah. It's not- yeah, it takes away the magic.
Yeah, well, you've said a mouthful, Joe. The packaging matters. The story matters.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's called
And then-
marketing. They got a word for that. Like for example, I could sit here and I could tell this room about, hey, look, Joe's going to paint a diarrhea-covered beach. We've got a world full of ill babies, and they've all had a movement.
Okay.
lake.
I get the point.
All right.
Oh man.
All right. And then now erase your brain and then look at this same image. Okay, here we are on planet Zabliblaquan, where the mysterious
Nice
mineral germanium number 6 has manifested in a glowing neon here.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
whatever it touches begins to turn into sparkly silver for some reason.
Yeah.
Right
nice.
now you're like,
Come on, let's sell it. Let's really. Yeah.
The story
cool.
matters. The story
does.
matters.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about
In
that.
fact, it's all story. It's all story except for the part that's not.
Except for the.
I was just talking to Pete yesterday, and
Okay.
Pete, so you'll know what this means. But we came to the conclusion, guys, Joe and I are not the only ones that wax philosophical and burn the midnight oil with a bunch of jibber jabber. We have other brothers, and we do that too. I got a brother,
trying to
Pete,
figure out.
we came to the firm conclusion yesterday that belief is more powerful than facts.
Dude, I'm so burned by that UFO story, man. I was way excited about that. It turned up to be 100% fabricated, man.
Right. So
Really had
it's
me
just
going.
a testimony to the power of the story.
Yeah.
Totally. The color of that green is the color of that green. It's just what it is. Your story about it is what qualifies it, what quantifies it, what decides whether it's good or bad, or too much or too little. That's your story. It objectively is just that, what it is.
But we're going to use some natural patterns to try to get, I think glow is always attractive. Like any color that glows, it's eye catching, so if you can get the look of glow, I think you can take a color that might be immediately perceived as unattractive by itself and make it interesting because it's glowing, and glowing is cool. You know what glowing does? Here's something that I think is really fascinating about glowing. It puts together a color combination that is attractive. It doesn't just brighten a color, it makes a color combination that is attractive. And I've noticed that attractive color combinations in design and art are borrowing the more I look at it, the more it becomes clear. I don't have it all figured out, but I really believe this is true. They're borrowing two kinds of gradients that cause color relationships, and that is the reflection gradient and the glow gradient. We talked all about it for a week, so it's kind of fresh on my mind. But this is where I think attractive color combination comes from. Light makes combinations, and then we see them, like them, and use them, but it can be real subtle. Maybe we don't know exactly.
Yeah. Stonk Mark, what's up, man? Welcome to the party. Yep, I'm Joe's brother. You might have guessed. And I just woke up, so sorry I sound bored. I'm not. I am just getting blood and oxygen to my brain along with the vehicle of caffeine. So
I got
glad you can make it, man. Joe's gonna paint something awesome. I'm gonna say a bunch of nonsense. That's the next hour. So
yeah, that's what we do.
Buckle up.
I got Zayden, my 10-year-old, in the studio with me today. You can say hi.
Oh, what, Zaders? What up?
He can't hear you, He can't hear you. But
tell him Uncle Ben said, Zaders, what up?
Can you hear Uncle Ben? Can you hear Uncle Ben talking?
What's up, Zaders? What's up, my guy?
Here,
good to see you, buddy.
Here, you can wear these for a minute. You can talk. You just put them on your ears like this. You just kind of put it. You can fix them. Put them over the top.
Zayden.
There.
What's up, dude? How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I love your do. I love that do. You've been growing that out. That's looking good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing today?
Hang on.
Just
you guys gonna do something
hang
cool
out
after
at the
this?
studio. I had to wake up way earlier than I would be.
Oh my goodness. What time is early?
Here we are.
Like 6:30 or something. I normally wake up around like 8 on Sundays.
Yeah.
Or Saturdays.
Dude. Well, Zaders, you're in front of like how many people are in this room? 40 people are in this room right now. So through the magic of television, you can say hi to 40 people that are like on all corners of the world, Like the world is like this. We got people here.
Can I have that chair to paint?
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, it's good to see you, man. You want to hang out soon?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. I'll come.
Zayden's been painting. I can just barely hear you in those earphones, so I'm listening. But Zayden's been painting off set. He's got my paints out there working on a project too. Did you paint anything cool over there?
What are you painting, man?
I'm painting just a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
getting in season.
Is it like a happy one, or is it
it's like kind of happy. I just did a random thing, kind of.
Like teeth, big teeth, little teeth?
Yeah, but with a smile.
We were trying to talk, Zayden, about what you do when you have no idea. How do you decide what to paint or what to draw? We were trying to figure out, what do you do?
Yeah.
Good ideas.
What made you decide to do happy teeth?
I don't know. We drew it on at school, so I thought I might paint it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Revisiting an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. When Zayden was just like 3-4 years old, he could barely talk, but he was so good at following instructions. I was able to tell him how to hold the brush, how to not get paint on the canvas, on his clothes, on the floor. He followed all the directions. I got videos of him painting at a very small size, very young age.
Hey,
it's real cute.
You know what I think you should do? What? I think you should add something to that painting right there.
What should we? Do you want to put something in the painting? You can.
This painting?
You can if you want.
Yeah, man.
Put something in there.
I think Zayden should paint a little. I think the audience here. I think the 50,000 people in this room would love to see a little addition from Zader the painter.
Oh, okay. I can hear you saying to add something. I didn't hear what you said to add. What do you think? You got ideas, Zayden?
Hey, Zayden, tell your dad that I said everybody wants to see Zayden paint.
Oh, everyone wants to see him paint. Oh, okay. You don't have to. You can, though. You want to?
Yeah, that's true.
You want to paint something?
That's true.
You can put anything on it. You can ruin it. You want to ruin it? It's okay if you ruin the picture. It's just trash. We paint trash here.
So I
Never
can put a
change.
big X over it.
You can,
But I won't do that.
You really want to do that?
That's a
Alright,
good idea.
all the colors are here.
Yeah.
The noise
Or
you're
a-
making, it's vibrating the headphones.
Yeah.
So that way it's slowly
Mm.
going down.
Bone.
Oh,
It's the
weird.
bone thing.
Yeah, we were just talking about those headphones, how they vibrate your skull. Your dad likes that for
Weird.
some reason.
Yeah.
I think he's maybe a little.
That, I
weird.
kind of wear them a little offset so they don't do that. So if you put them back on your ear, they don't vibrate as bad.
Zayden, you think your dad's a little weird?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, he's a
Little?
little weird.
Not a lot
He's
though.
definitely a little weird.
His
Not
older
a lot,
sister
not
thinks
a
I'm
lot, just a
autistic.
little weird.
Yeah.
So I think what'd be cool, Zayden, is maybe you just get a blob of paint and then you can blah, 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 all over, right, in a spot on the painting, and then we can try and turn it into something. You know, like we'll just look at it and be like, oh, that looks like a Loch Ness monster coming up out of that water.
If you paint something else, I'll turn it into something. I'll run with it. I'll go with whatever you paint. It doesn't have to be yellow, but we like
Hey, Joe,
yellow. It's very
Joe,
yellow.
you want to scooch over to the side a little bit there for us? We want to see what the young man's doing. Oh, my bad. I got the wrong camera. I'm on the wrong camera. Forget me.
Good view.
All right. There we go. A little spot right there. Okay, there you go.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. This is
I like
the
what you're
next
doing with the waves. That's
generation of
nice.
Painters right here.
Lighten
That's
up the
it.
waves. He's being nice. He's not trying to wreck
Yeah.
anything. He's actually
Yeah.
adding to the picture. That's cool.
Nice, dude.
You could put other colors. Do you think other colors should be in the water? What do you think? We're open to
Yeah,
ideas. We're just
cool.
kind of forming it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. You get some.
You could put some
black,
kind of creature
you
in there.
know?
There is a
You could-
creature. You just have to focus on it.
Oh, there's a creature. Just okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there's a little creature in there. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, we like the little creature. You want to make a little creature pop out of there?
That's good. I like how you did the yellow. That's nice.
See, look, there's the eyes and the nose, and then I
Oh,
just do
he hit a face. That's perfect. We were kind of wanting to go like abstractify the pictures. We'll make a face appear in the
Abstractify.
ripples. That's a cool idea.
that. So, like, you just use the lines that are already used and
Yeah.
turn it into something.
Turn it into something. I like that idea. That's a good idea. All right.
Nice.
Can I kind of run with that and turn it into a face?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Okay. All right. If you stand close, you can keep those headphones on because I can hear them.
All right,
Hmm.
Zayden, you can do me a favor, man, and stop growing so fast, dude. Look at you, young man. You're all big. When did you get all big?
There you go.
Just now?
Just
You just got all big. Dude, I went to sleep and you were like this, and then I woke up and you're like this. That's
Okay.
pretty exciting, man. That's pretty exciting. When you think you're gonna be big enough to whip your old man soon? Wrestle him down to the ground? Make
Well,
him-
I already
make-
slap him in the back as hard as I
Oh
can.
yeah, I don't like that. Let's not do that. I don't know. Does not feel good.
Yeah. Well, you're a big, strong kid, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing some paintings, Zayden. That was cool,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun to have.
So there's
Zayden.
people.
We're
yeah,
gonna-
we
Zayden
got people
contributed a
out
pretty
here
cool idea, I
loving, Zayden the painter. This little moment was brought to you by Zader the painter. So thanks, dude. Hey, watch. Zayden gets it. Zayden, look at this. Look how cool this is.
We're putting a face in the water.
Look at this.
What? Just like got
What?
gone?
That's what I'm saying, man. This is how awesome the discoveries are made.
He's just tinkering. That's what he found.
Manipulate your environment, man. That's the joy of it all. Just play in the
Nice.
sandbox.
What? How?
He's shining a flashlight, and the program is trying to decide what to erase and what to keep.
Yeah. Well, Jen got a big smiley face here for us. No Turbo
right.
says, "What a cool dad."
You
Who
don't have to
let
keep wearing
Joe
those in.
back in the hot seat? Round Brush says.
Yeah. You want to
Dad,
We got
Do you want
calls
to give me
for
the earpiece, or you want to keep
Nessie.
wearing it?
you should make it so kind of like right there, you can just see part of its face starting to come up as if it's
Okay.
like standing up out of the water.
Okay. Okay. Well, I got to fake. Okay, like it's just.
Like it's just rising its head.
All right. Let's try it. Let's put the
Instead
nose.
of just its
All right.
eyes and nose.
All right, we got a nose coming. This kind of fit. It's interesting that we went the direction of monster. Was it because of the unnatural green color that we started thinking monster, or did Ben kind of control that? Which one was it?
Nature
we
versus
got a nose.
nurture. The great
We
question.
got some ripples for eyes. Back there.
Zayden, you should just tell your dad. Say, well, that depends on whether it's nature or nurture.
Depends. Okay. Right.
Oh, so he can hear me.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that here we are putting this, we had this antifreeze colored water.
Yeah.
And it could lend itself to like strange monster theme pretty well.
Oh, Dad, can I do
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, sure. You want to do something to it? Yeah.
Where's black?
Here we go.
Here?
Uh-huh. Yep, you got the black. Let me get up here where we can see. We got a pretty good face in there. Oh, and another one in the background. Okay.
Okay,
That's cool.
I see you. Distant objects.
Do that.
You can do that? Okay. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Finish it.
Finish it? Okay.
Make it a monster. Make it a monster coming out of the clouds.
All right. Let's make sure everybody can see. We gotta get a little bit.
This is an interesting example, Joe, of what we were talking about earlier. Kind of taking something that
monster.
works and then
Did you say
just
clouds?
drift.
These are distant trees. Okay, these are.
But it looks like a cloud.
It does look like a cloud.
That does not look
That's
like a tree. No offense.
Okay. Huh.
He said
That
no
looks like a
offense,
cloud
Joe.
that a
He
monster
said no
could come.
offense.
It looks like the cloud that the monster could come out, like a buffalo or something.
Okay. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of highlight on the cheeks. Put it on the happy side.
But I don't like makeup.
Oh well, highlight, not like makeup highlight, just like make it more 3D kind of highlight. And does that look good? All right. We got a creature coming out this way. Let's blend those dark eye sockets a little
But
bit.
it has to look like it's gonna kill you.
Oh, we want to make it scary?
Yeah.
And
your feet are oily.
All right. Let's stick with the painting.
Okay.
This is a painting show, Zaders. All right. Are you done with that earpiece? Should I take it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Zaders. Talk to you later, buddy.
Okay, bye.
Let's get the earpiece. Okay. I'm going to get back on the show. All right. We're going to be done in just a little bit. Okay. You're doing good. Oh, there we go. We got a face in the background. That's weird. This is a weird picture. We went in the weird zone today.
Oh, it's weird. Maybe
Dad,
it's
can you
really
make a
likes
buffalo
the
running
things
out of the
gently
other part?
emerging from the water. Nice job, Zayden.
Or like a rhinoceros or something.
Zayden's ideas are flowing all of a sudden. Boy, he got in the zone. He's seeing make a buffalo running out of where?
I mean like a rhinoceros coming out of the cloud.
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
Like half a rhinoceros.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can.
it's running out.
Rhinoceros, why not? Why not make a rhinoceros running out of the cloud?
I mean,
Because that's how James and the Giant Peach's parents died, because a rhinoceros came out of the cloud and ate them.
Right. Okay. I should have known.
I mean,
Right. Okay. We're gonna put
Jen sees Abraham Lincoln in the distance there.
All right. We're gonna have to use imagination a little bit on our rhinoceros running out of the cloud, but I think we can pull it off.
Oh, Dad,
We got
also,
a head here. We got a little.
can you turn this mouth into an open mouth and then a man is falling into it?
Okay. This is more ideas than I can handle. It's too rapid. I don't have as young of a mind as you, Zayden. It just doesn't go that fast.
Okay, so now we're going to learn the virtue of focus.
That's it.
There is a
he's
time for blowing it up, and exploring and being curious, and then there was a time for focusing and dialing it in.
What do you think? Do you think that I've got a running rhino? Is this starting to look like a rhino?
Yeah.
Is it starting to look like
Dude,
one?
that rhino is
Yeah.
coming right out of that background. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just black and white, so it's
Yeah.
it's not like super complicated. All right, we're gonna do a front leg right there. We're gonna do a back leg running right here. Okay.
Yep.
Running rhino. Watch out!
Dad,
Watch
Dad.
out for the rhinos.
Now, can you turn that face so that his mouth is wide open?
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can wrap up this. I want this to look like a complete scene. I think we need a little bit of sky in this picture. Okay. All right.
Well, then, can you make a diving cloud man?
Starting to feel like this lacks a beautiful sky. We're gonna put some in.
It's all just evil things.
Yeah, we're gonna make this a little more happy-ish. Okay, put a little bit of that. I've got very gray reflection on the water. We're gonna maybe add some pinkish colors to this. Make it fun. Let's do this. Okay, and get some more white on my palette down here. And this will be fun because it'll give us something to reflect on the water. All right. Do they still look like clouds? Does my distance still look like clouds, or is it starting to look like?
Yeah, it looks like dark rain clouds coming your way.
Okay.
I don't know how you think that looks like.
You can't ignore the honest audience. It's when something.
Hey, if it looks like a thing, then it is a thing.
That's it. It's always that was always the hardest thing when I'm doing a big mural and people come by. Whatever their instant reaction is tends to be very honest, and it can hurt. It can hurt when it doesn't match what you thought you were, because the artist in you wants to correct them.
Hey, let's
and
talk
say
about
you're
that.
looking at it wrong.
That's actually something that I think might be relevant. So that was awesome watching Zayden paint, and probably
okay.
pretty boring listening to me wake up and drink coffee. But I do have something interesting to talk about.
Dad, you could put an angel.
You could put an angel, Joe.
We could put an angel. Yeah, that's true. We could do an angel, but let me catch up with the ideas we've got. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave you like 10 though.
Yeah, you only gave me like 10. All right. So now we're talking about that defensiveness that comes in when you're like, someone gives you advice and you're like, you're looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
You don't see it.
Yeah. Taking things personally. That is the point. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm a sensitive guy. All right.
That's true.
I'm over here reading these comments, and one guy's like saying something, and I'm like, well, should I take that personally? Should I be offended? I'm like, no, I am sensitive. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna presume that maybe some of the people in this room are also sensitive. Okay.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm about art and thoughts and feelings. So I'm sure there's some people here that are in tune with the world of feelings. All right. With that in mind, a common problem I have is taking things personally. I get it from my mom, I think, our mom, but I just do it a lot. I take things very personally, and I don't like it because in a creative world, like you said, someone walks by and delivers a commentary that you don't like, and you're like,
it hurts. Yeah, and it's honest. What hurts is that it's honest. It's not loaded. It's not trying to be hurtful.
Yeah.
Like,
so Debbie says she's sensitive too. Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It is such a thing to manage, because if I get tied up having my feelings hurt, especially like at work, like, because I do creative stuff for work, like Joe. And so every time I make something, there's an opportunity for people to give me notes, they call them, right? Well, these notes are often critiques of my work and how it could be closer to what they want it to be. And so I have to figure out, how do I not take this very personally? How do I not sit here and say, you guys don't know anything,
Yeah.
just get incredibly defensive and cantankerous and cause the whole company to just seize because I got my feelings hurt and now I'm fighting with people and it's an ego problem.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to paint a big mural on the wall and then have people walk by and say, you know, hey, that looks like Abraham Lincoln when you were trying to paint Joe Montana, you know, like.
Yeah, totally.
That's a thing that you have to manage. And so I've been kind of learning these little tricks that are handy for not taking things so personally. And I'm
okay. What's a share with me a trick? I want to hear it.
It's surprising. Okay, so Mavis is like, I don't really care what people think, but then I'm painting a mural in my underground where nobody can see it. Yeah, it's tempting to tell ourselves we don't care what anybody thinks, but I would pry that maybe we do.
Yeah, well, some people have much higher threshold for, I do think there are less sensitive and more sensitive people, but to some extent, we are doing our hair before we go out of the house, right? It's like,
we choose our words strategically.
Yeah, we choose our words. Like we're not just completely
interpreted a certain way, right? We're sending a certain message out where we do care. So anyways, here's a little trick. Ego distancing. That's what it's called. I heard about this thing. All right. So every time somebody comes by and they look at your painting and then they say, hey, dude, why is that weird? Why is that Abraham Lincoln emerging from those trees? Your picture was cool until I looked at Abraham Lincoln, and now it's stupid. You know what I mean?
That's pretty good.
Somebody thought they saw Abe Lincoln coming out. Jen thought it was Abe. So ego distancing. You tell yourself, okay, what advice would I give myself if I was watching me be in this situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Right. Remove yourself. Right.
Yeah. Take yourself and put yourself next to yourself.
Whoa.
And then look back at yourself. Bear with me. And then look back at yourself.
Yeah.
And examine your situation from that outside perspective.
Yeah.
And
I actually think that's very practical. Yeah.
How fast it disarms you.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's cool.
If you're in a fight with your spouse, right? Or your significant other, or your kid, or your parents, right? Whatever you're dealing with family-wise, all right? We get in fights. It can be hard.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just get lost in that fight and just be like, you get all lost and confused. Because your feelings are all tied up in it, and you feel justified in the way you feel, and you want to be validated for the way you feel.
Yeah.
If you could just take your perspective and shift it right over here, right next to you, and then look at yourself and say, hey, you're in a situation here. Here are the elements. What advice would I give you, guy, friend, about this situation? And that way of approaching it is often way more productive.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Long story short, somebody walks by and they say, hey, that's Abe Lincoln, but you don't want it to look that way. You could say, whatever, you don't know what Abe Lincoln looks like. You're not the painter. I'm the painter. I got a YouTube show. All right. 10 people show up every week to watch me paint.
Yeah. You get defensive. Yeah.
You could do that. Or you could step aside, look at yourself and be like, hey, dude, why are people telling you this looks like Abe Lincoln? Does it look like Abe Lincoln? Do you want it to look like Abe Lincoln? How could it not look like? How could it look more like what you wanted? All of a sudden, you're a problem solver.
There's always
goes out of the way.
There's always more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? No, that's a very crude.
It's reframing. It's reframing. That's all it is. I have such a porous and vulnerable ego.
Yeah.
That I have to manage it by just stepping outside myself and then looking back at myself and giving myself advice.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but dude.
Yeah. Well, you're not alone. You're not alone. I feel that too. It's like for me, like I'm saying, there's always more than one way to approach things. I think what you're saying is solid. But I don't think it's the only mindset that can help bounce out of that inner that's downward spiral that.
No, not the only thing. It's a tool. This is a tool.
It's a tool. Yeah, and I think it's good. One thing that really helps me is just kind of soaking in it, like not no knee-jerk reactions. Like,
yeah, you said get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I always liked that.
Yeah, because clarity can happen over time. Just simple concepts. Clarity as you just kind of let something be. I think the rash reaction to hurry up and find the pill that will get you out of the situation so that you don't have to feel something can really inhibit your helpfulness. It can really inhibit what might get you through and might give you like some good insight for your next experience. I find that true in art. It's like a relevant thing in art. Just really taking time to take it in, like, interesting. My 10-year-old definitely did not interpret that the way I wanted it to be interpreted, and just being slow to react, I think can really help.
Yeah, that's biblical, man. That's been working for a long time. Slow to anger, slow to speak.
Yeah. Just hit the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, they
I thought it'd be cool to put
a long time ago.
Flying cars are always cool. They never go out of style. Like, who doesn't like a flying car?
Yeah. You see a flying car, you get happy,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
You want to take a picture. You want to tell somebody what you saw,
And we want glassy reflection on it. Flying cars, you don't want, everybody's doing like these matte finishes on cars. Glossy looks best. It's always going to be the favorite.
Yeah. Reaper says, remember, there are people raised in broken homes, surrounded by toxic people. They recommend ignore negativity. Nobody cares. Usually the critic forgets the criticism they made in less than 10 minutes.
Man, so true. And that is a good point. Being stuck in your own world, you see your problem, you forget the large number of people that are also having to figure out ways to deal,
Yeah.
that are frankly just in a much harder situation than you are. That's the hard thing. That's what I find the hardest, is seeing how broken I am over something that doesn't even compare to what other people are going through. I'm like, man, I am wimpy.
Man. Roundbrush says you can't please everyone, so why bother trying? That's a take as well.
Yeah. Well, why bother trying to please everyone is the way I think you could hear why bother trying at all, but I think there's sense in that. Why bother? Don't bother trying to please everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. I think that makes sense. I feel like purple.
Jen's been in a situation where she's getting critique or some negative input from people that can't paint to save their lives. So that's annoying for her. I also run into that feeling as well. I'm a filmmaker, video guy, and
but
that's the thing. That's the thing is like that's where like my ego gets all mixed up in it, because I'm the professional. I've done the hours.
I know how it's supposed to look.
I've obsessively researched. You were out there doing your thing,
Yeah. It feels out of bounds.
You still run into that issue of a thing is received in the world the way it's received in the world.
Yeah. It's honest. And it's hard to argue with honesty.
Yeah. And
it's a genuine reaction.
If I endeavor to communicate a message or a feeling to the world, I'm going to need to contend with the way it's received, whether it's received by someone with a skill set superior to mine or inferior to mine in this medium. Nevertheless, it's received. And
what are you going to do?
Because I do client work, man. I work in advertising. I'm trying to, oh my goodness, this is so hard to do. It is so hard. to like pour your heart into a work and then deliver it to a client that has completely different motivators, completely
Yeah.
different targets. They don't care about what you care about.
So what's
They
the
are-
let's hear a worst redo story. Like what's your worst memory of a job that had to be redone? I got some pretty good ones.
Well, you know, the most difficult audience is the one that hates what you're doing and they can't explain why.
They don't know why. I just hate it.
That is the most difficult
man. Because then you have
audience.
right. That makes sense.
Because your only way out of that
That's rough.
situation is to hold their hand through the entire creative process
and
like,
learn what they hate about you.
and orchestrate. You need to get them intimately involved in every twist and turn of this very complicated creative process.
Yeah.
So they can discover the things you've discovered, learn the things you've learned,
Yeah.
make the decisions you've had to make. And then they develop some empathy and understand why they do or don't like what they do or don't like. You know?
Right, man. But you might gain insight.
That's the hard thing. You know, I was just in I'm in a job right now. All right. And I delivered an edit and there was a music track on this edit. Okay. And they don't like the music track. They hate the music track. I'm like, all right, well, try these other music tracks. And they're like, all right, well, these music tracks suck too. All right. Well, I'm a musician. All right. I'm starting to take this personally. Do I not know what good music is? Do I not know it? Right. My ego's getting mixed up in it.
Yeah.
So after all's said and done, you know what they settled on? Their favorite music track? The first one I showed them.
The first one. Let's just go back to the first one. Yeah. That's how it goes, isn't it?
That's yeah.
Man.
So that's what it takes to pay rent with your creativity, guys. You gotta do that.
That's it. Oh, well, it's not such a bad life. You know, it's a good check, you know, like we kind of need those checks and balances, if you ask me.
No, it's fun. It's fun to be the person that can make stuff happen. I like that. I'm learning to be less attached to what happens and more attached to the efficacy of being able to make stuff happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
Kind of like if you're
efficacy.
You're less attached to creating a specific work. You're more interested in developing tools
that that's what I want.
Powerfully affect your work, you know.
Yeah. Like this is just going to get thrown in the trash, seriously. But
it's
fun.
You can throw this in the trash?
Absolutely.
The flying car?
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people that pay big money to have this hanging in their dining room, but that's not the deal. The deal is here that we paint on trash because we're trying to just gain understanding. This is a station wagon. You know, this is like a futuristic. My son calls vehicles like this mommy missiles.
Mommy missiles?
Yeah, mommy missiles.
Say what? Hey, this is a family show, guys. Anyways, Sean Gaylord, you can send your work to share@muraljoe.com to be reviewed by Joe. Share, SHARE @muraljoe.com. Send your work on in if you'd like Joe to have a look at it and share it.
Yeah, we got some stuff to look at.
You can also include a little note about why you're sharing it, what you want us to focus on. You know, let us know where you're at, what you're doing. Mavis says, I think it's helpful and growth producing to be conscious and aware of painful emotions as they arise. It takes the energy out of the source within. Yeah.
I need a minute to process that. She put a lot of thought
I'll read it again. I think it's helpful and growth producing to be conscious and aware of painful emotions as they arise. Right. So pay attention to the painful emotions.
In other words, don't just try to make them disappear, suppress it. Just really, I got it. Yeah, I agree with that.
I often tell myself I can't navigate a map I'm not willing to look at.
Oh, nice. That's a good saying. I haven't really thought of that. We're getting real deep. It might be a little bit on the deep side, you know.
Okay. How about flying cars then?
All right. How about it? I'm trying to put a nice chromey bumper on my purple flying car. I'm trying to get the glassy finish.
Reaper Bear says they find it funny how in people's minds art is both something incredible or superior, and at the same time something that isn't work and is a lazy life. I think I've heard from everyone.
Depends what kind of dad.
Art isn't work.
You know, our dad told me a story, you know, that really saddened me. You know, both of our parents have kind of tragic stories with their experience with art. You know, our dad actually told his dad before he passed, he said, you know what? He said his dad told him, John, what are you going to do with your life? What, you know, you need to do. So he's like, well, Dad, I'd kind of like to be an artist. And he just gave such a negative reaction, like, John, come on, that's not going to work. And he just nothing but discouragement right from the start. And so the rest of the story is like, yeah, so I didn't really pursue it after that.
Painted houses instead.
Yeah. And you know why that feels so bad to me? Because, you know, I feel like he was very deserving of some encouragement, because he's been nothing but encouraging to me in the realm of art. You know, he's always very encouraging, and I feel sad that he didn't get that. Yeah. And then our mom, you know, she has a great story of a teacher. She really worked hard on a project, and the teacher just, instead of just giving her credit for doing a good job, said, "Oh, did you have somebody help you?" You know, I said some rude thing. You know, comments on your art can just be so crushing. So I always appreciate encouragement very much, because it's usually coming from someone that didn't necessarily receive it. All right, I think I'm done with the car.
Jen painted a 16-foot mural. 16-foot mural. All right, that's 6.
All right. All right, that's cool.
Like 3 humans tall. Okay.
Whoa, that's cool.
And someone painted over it.
Oh,
because
ouch.
They were mad at her.
Oh, it was actually spiteful. Whoa, I've never had that happen. I was thinking it was just like time to remodel or something.
Yeah, man.
Painted over it because they were mad. Wow.
Or if you paint like Joe, they'd be doing you a favor.
Yeah, it's trash.
Hey, I was waiting for that one to land. Hey,
yeah. I rely on my stuff getting painted over. You know, I got to be on to the next thing. You know, I was made to move on. That's it.
No Turbo says, "Is that a Subaru, Joe? Did you paint yourself a Subaru?"
Probably. You know, I stare at one every day. My son drives one, so it's probably just the shapes that are kind of fresh on the mind.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What kind of Subaru?
Joseph has an Outback.
What's he driving?
My son has an Outback. Yeah. And he likes it. He just took it on a road trip. They're visiting Colorado.
Oh, those are awesome cars. I got a Forester now.
Yeah.
So
you got a Subaru too. Yeah. You know, they've really gained popularity in recent years. I feel. Am I off about that, or have they been like doing some good marketing?
I've been crawling up and down mountains with this bad boy, man. It's liberating to be in the middle of a city, like a pile of ants on an anthill, and just to know that you can jump on your trusty steed and head out into the wilderness where there are no ants, only fresh leaves.
Yeah,
that is a nice thing to have in life.
Pretty
you know, Jen's parents said the same thing to her. They said, "Don't be an artist,
dude." Ouch.
So that's relatable.
So discouraging.
And Roundbrush's dad wanted him to go fight the Afghans.
Go join the military.
Yeah, join the military.
Yeah, that's rough. You know, I'm real torn. No, I think that's a real discouraging thing to say, but military service, you know, like there's a lot of times I wish I'd done my part, because when you know, it's like I do experience a whole lot of privilege here that I think people defend. So there is a part of me that's like, gosh, I wish I I wish I could say I was like a good soldier and a brave person. You know, I do have some insecurity about that. So I can relate to both sides.
Dude, I just got done telling Dad yesterday. I was talking to him, and I'm like, man, I wish I was a better fighter, but I know that as soon as I get in one, I'll just start crying.
You just start crying. Yeah, right. You know, there is a
so
type
flooded.
of person.
Get so flooded with the emotion. I'm like, oh, this is so wrong. I'm a part of something ugly. The world is worse because of me. I've lost control. I'm so ashamed. I don't know how people get in fights. You know,
like just like run of the mill fist fights.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna go beat this person up and go on with my life.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't sleep.
I don't like fights. You know what always bothered me? I was always a lover of beauty. Anything that was attractive just kind of dominated my attention. You know, I think that goes hand in hand with my artistic path. And so the idea of breaking a face sounded awful. It just took more nerve than I ever had to actually engage in violence. Was really disturbing for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like physical.
We're so compelled by love, you know, and that's not like to say we're awesome, you know, it's just to say we're just a product of our parents.
It's the thing that draws you.
Someone else up here was like, something about our family genes. Art is in our family. Art is in your family's genes, Joe.
It is. It is. That's the truth. It is. You can't deny that.
Yeah. We're weird. Somebody else a while ago was like, "Yep, you're definitely brothers." I think that was somebody said. I'm always curious. What do they see when they say, "Yep, you're definitely brothers"? What is that moment?
Yeah, a large head, skinny neck is, I think, you know, one of the key components.
The profile. Hey, I see a couple light bulbs on screen. These guys are brothers.
Yeah. It's the light bulb look. Yeah, totally.
Light bulb look, man. Debbie's got a scoot. She's got a bounce. Later, Debs. Okay. Also, Leanne wants to see. Leanne's got a solid idea here. I'm gonna entertain this one for you.
Okay. All right. Let's zoom out. I like
what if you turned that sky into a portal to another dimension?
Nice.
From which little cars and Abraham Lincolns and rhinoceros are emerging and just get spit out of a big
I love that idea.
All right, we're going to take this thing home, guys. We have walked in circles around this block for an hour and a half, and now let's get somewhere.
Yeah. This is going to be a portal. Okay, we need I don't have blue in my palette, so we're just going to have to settle on purple. Purple's going to be the portal color. I'm going to do purple live.
Yeah, Round Brush, that's correct, man. It is kind of like the movie Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I tried watching that movie. I tried watching that movie with my wife, and she got really stressed out, and we couldn't finish it because it was.
It's a real movie. Everything, Everywhere.
Oh, it's an award-winning, very good movie that I would highly recommend.
Oh, okay. So it's not just like a silly comedy.
No. It's award-winning. Yeah, it's a very creative work. It's very captivating, and it hits you in the face for sure. Just
wow. Okay.
This portal spitting out cars and rhinoceros and Abraham Lincoln hits you in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. You know. To look at the dimensions and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And martial arts, Joe. Mostly martial arts. Okay.
That's the movie.
With ourselves, it's really about the martial arts.
The movie, or the
or
just like everything.
I think it might have been. I don't know. Maybe a Korean filmmaker made it. It's got these really cool martial arts.
Oh, it does. Okay. Wow. I honestly have no idea what I'm in for if I watch that movie. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, watch it. You guys go watch it.
Okay.
Leanne says, hubby and I tried to, hubby, that's very cute, Leanne, hubby and I tried to watch it, but quit after 20 to 30 minutes.
It was too much.
See, that's what I'm saying. My wife couldn't take it either. She bailed.
Yeah.
She's like,
so then why are you arguing it as a great movie if it's kind of like breaking rules of balance?
because I'm a person that appreciates high dynamics.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
intensity. And
All
it's
right.
a very intense experience.
Yeah.
It's visually intense. It's thematically intense. It's narratively intense. What it implies about our lives and our beings is intense. It's all just very intense.
Intensity. Yeah.
So if you like tranquility and calm, and
yeah,
peace
maybe it's not what you're going for.
and answers,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
okay.
won Best Picture, Tom. That's right. Yeah, it's exemplary of cinema at its finest, I would say.
Interesting.
Anyways, paint this portal because it's kind of like that movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well,
Yeah,
whenever you need to make
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I was just going to say, it's a little bit of painting tip. Whenever you're trying to make a light source, you have to consider darkening what's around it. You always have to check and see if that's needed, which it is in this case. So I'm going to darken this because it doesn't look like light if it's not brighter than the stuff around it. So That's it. Just sharing a thought.
Yeah.
But what you were saying was way more important. So let's
copy that thought. Copy that thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
So I'm
Leanne is
darkening
noticing, Joe, that you make a very colorful portal.
Yeah, I mean, why not? If we're the one designing it, why am I going to stop at one color? Why would I do that?
There was a moment in my development of my own aesthetic, where that sounds like a really pompous way to start a sentence. All right, let me back up.
There was a you're becoming self-aware.
All right, so it's important when people hire me that they get an idea of what I'm going to do. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's good for me to have a reliable aesthetic, right? If you think about Mural Joe and you say, I'm going to hire Mural Joe, you're pretty sure you're going to get a certain look, a certain thing, right?
It's going to be like this. It's this. This is what you're getting.
You're going to get Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where I was like experimenting with black and white, where I would like take pictures of water and all of its multifaceted intrigue, and then I would go black and white because then it made it mysterious and otherworldly and not like water. Or black and white photos or black and white, whatever. I was just in the black and white for a minute, but then I quickly realized I just love color.
I just love color. Yeah. Like embrace
the option is there to go black and white or color. I'm going to go color. I like color.
That's cool. Yeah. Totally
make
makes
a
sense.
Colorful portal,
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm making a colorful one. I'm not trying to make a boring thing. This is trash. This painting is living its best life because it's gonna be gone.
It doesn't get any better than this for that canvas. That canvas is in its prime right now.
This is all it's got. This is the final push before the trash can. So, it's we got to make the most of the moment. Making a colorful portal. Here we go. But the general rule when you want to make light come out of something is two things need to happen: brightness and color. Brightness and color increase as as something's glowing. And then you get the look of light. There's other nuances and gradients, things you can include in there, but I think this is the most key component. As I'm brightening this atmosphere, getting closer to the portal, I don't want it to only lose color. Like at some level in that blending, I need to get an increase of color to resemble light being added because light tends to provide color.
Yeah,
that's it.
Light tends to provide color.
Yeah, there's arguments again. Color comes from light shining on things, right? So it's just a overly simplified statement.
I was looking at the waves yesterday. Man, I've
You mean
started a
like
lot of
at home?
sentences that way. I was looking at the waves
I
yesterday.
mean, you live by the beach, so.
Yeah. And I was watching the light from the setting sun off to the side catch them at certain angles, and the blue sky above catch them at certain angles. So I got orange and blue, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting there looking at these little colors just flash at me, right? You know, if you ever watch churning water, you know the colors seem to flash. They go,
Yeah.
they vanish just as fast
Yeah.
as they've arrived. You know,
Right.
and you can shoot it in slow motion, and the flashes are long and pronounced, and you can see all of their detail. Or you can shoot it in time lapse, and it
Yeah.
just flickers, and you don't perceive any one of the flashes. It's just the sparkly, twinkly surface.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking to myself, man, I am just like that light. I've emerged from nowhere. I manifest, and I'm full of color, and I splash all over everything around me and color it. And then I vanish back into the whole spectrum and network of light shooting in every direction.
Yeah. Boy, you got it all
And
figured
it
out.
helped me be a little bit more okay with
Yeah.
humanity,
All right.
my mortality, and my place in this world. Because if I just considered myself of the white light and fractured out here in my flawed
Okay.
humanity, but therefore
Yeah.
divided into colors, and this colorful thing I'm happening across this world. And then the
Mhm.
circumstances will change, and my light will just like a reflection on the water.
Boy, it's true. You do get deep. You know, you really get way, way to the, you know, not everybody is on this wavelength. Some people are just okay with like, yeah, whatever, it's cool experience. But you know, thinking through those things, I totally relate. But it really stands out to me when I hear you talking about it. I'm like, man, this really is like a heavy bent toward this subject.
I just need to make a movie, man.
You
That's
just
what I gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta,
I always appreciate real intuitive people, like they live life intuitively. My wife is one of them. She doesn't need a lot of answers. She cares about the way she feels, and she just kind of like you know, she just kind of calibrates to keep the good time rolling and just goes along with things. But she's not like hunting for explanations about stuff. She's just not that, and it drives me nuts because it's like, you know, I don't know how she has such peace, but there is you know, there is different kinds of people that are after different things. We're just wired different, you know.
yeah.
Me, you know, if I were removing all like well, I don't think it's possible to remove all morality and religion and faith. I don't think that can be removed, but for me, it's like when my perception is whatever happens is okay because I didn't make it. You know, I'm not in charge. And it's like whatever I am, wherever I'm going, I'm not in charge. I didn't make it. You know, like I'm not the one that decided it. So it's kind of hands off for me. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, you know, the story of the morning has been curiosity, you know.
Totally. That's
I'm
true.
just so curious.
It's relentless. You know, I would describe the curiosity
It
that
is
we
a
have in
hunger
common.
that is never satisfied, a thirst that is never quenched.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You always need to know the next thing. And I totally relate to that. I would describe it as a relentless curiosity. You know, well, if that's true, then what about this? Okay, well, if that's the answer, then what about, and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't ask for it, you know.
Yeah,
I never prayed a prayer that said, hey, make me more obsessively, relentlessly curious to the point where I'm unsettled about the way things are.
Right. Yeah. You don't get to choose these things. You don't get to choose. You don't get to, you know, choose the way you're made. That's not a thing.
I'm just the color of that water, man. I came out Gerber green.
Yeah.
Just being Gerber Green, man. Just being Gerber Green.
Man, but how about the colors, man? I think the yellow water's working with
Dude,
the
it's popping.
themes.
It's popping.
I like
We're
it.
loving
Like,
the colors. We're loving the colors.
we got purple trees in the background now. What do you think would happen if we did highlights on our purple with yellow for trees? What if we did this? Purple and
cool.
yellow.
That'd be cool.
How's that for curiosity? I think this is so far the most randomly creative live stream that I've ever done. Just because it's like,
that's what you get for injecting a child's innocence and playfulness into the mix.
It is total disregard for what should or shouldn't happen in art.
Yeah.
Total disregard. Yeah. Okay, we're going to look at some people's pictures. We had some fun. With this one. Just trying
That's
to
right. Share@muraljoe.com is the address to send it to you guys. We are now transitioning to the let's check out your stuff.
Yep, let's do it. This is going to go to its final resting place in a trash can, or I'll paint over it. Really, what's probably going to happen is this is going to get painted over.
Into the sands of time.
Yep. And, so we're going to do that. I'm going to stop in a few moments. I am going to stop.
He's totally going to stop.
I have momentum. This is the problem. This is definitely not a picture worth finishing or saving, but I have momentum, and that creative urge just says, keep going, just do something.
Yeah, momentum. It's a precious thing in a creative mind.
Yeah, that's it. Here's my final product. You're welcome.
Reaper Bear, you can share your stuff by emailing it to share@muraljoe.com.
I'm going to share some stuff right now. Okay, we got a lot of things to go through, so we're going to go kind of quick on these. All right?
Okay, here we go. Bam, bam.
Yep. Okay.
What time is it?
All right, we're going to go to, let's go to Susan has got some work. Okay, she's got some work to show. She's been working on some creative things. Whoops, we're going here. My bad. Okay, this is work by Susan. Now she's doing stuff on all kinds of materials here. She's not restricted to just painting on canvas. So we're going to skim through these. Check this out. These are like fancy schmancy. I had a client once say, can you emulate Mackenzie Child's designer style? And so this like doesn't look like that style, but it seems like a genre of real high-end designer style. Right? Wow, that's wild. That's cool. Doing some really interesting 3D work. Look at that dog on the table. This is cool. We're just thumbing through lots of creative projects here. Painted on a rock. That's a fun sheep on the rock. That's cool. So Susan has a real eye for detail. This is some really cool stuff. Ooh, an old sewing machine. And there she is working on a mural. She does everything. Look at that. Thank you very much for sharing that, Susan. That's Susan Connor. And we've got something from David. This is David Hand. Oh, we saw that surfboard. You saw that one. That's a super awesome surfboard, though. That's from David. Thanks for sharing that one. Awesome work. Looks better than my water today. And then we're going to go up to Gina. Gina has this. We saw that one. This was her Jesus picture. Oh, nice. I like that. Okay. We're going to go next to. Oh, Zayden's got his picture. Hey, while we're sharing, let's go to Zayden's picture. Check this one out. You want to share it? Do you want to share it on the live stream? You want to share your jack-o'-lantern? You can. You don't have to. It's up to you.
No.
Okay, you don't want to share. Okay. Well, we got to wait till.
I just don't want to be in it.
Oh, do you want me to show you what? Here's Zayden's. If you guys remember, Zayden was here a moment ago. He's been painting this while we were on the live stream. He's in the other room. Zayden is my 10-year-old, for those who tuned in later. That's his jack-o'-lantern. Nice job on the bright yellow glow. That
Dude,
looks
look
like
at the
light.
colors there. Look at that.
That looks like there's fire glowing inside of that. That is
The
some
pop.
awesome. Yeah. Nice work, Zayden. He's been in there
Brown
working on
Brush
that
says
one.
the Andy Warhol of our time.
That's it. Yeah.
Lean
Yeah.
loves the glow. Jacob says, "What's up, Zayden?"
Jacob says hi. Ben Jacob's on the live stream and he says hi. That was just with us.
And
Can you speak on that?
Yeah, he's on the live stream watching. He said hi to you.
yeah,
Okay. Now we're gonna
cool
see.
pumpkin, nice contrast. Stonk Mark says, very happy feeling.
This is Gina's work. She updated it. We saw this earlier, but she's gotten to the final. Dude, I dig the fade out style. Very stylized background. Super cool. See, you do it nicely, Gina. That's really well done, like stylized fading out compared to mine. You know, what did I do? Like random weirdness. You know,
You know,
It's like-
it's bound to happen. Bound to happen.
I can appreciate a job well done. I can appreciate it. Okay, this is beautiful work. Great job. That's these might be older pictures. Okay, before and after pictures. Before and after. So in a different route with the face on that. Nice 3D, nice skin tone. Very good. Let's move on. We're going to next. We got Nick. Nick sent a picture. I haven't seen it. Let's see what he sent. Let's see what it is. Oh, not hey, we did see this. We did see that. Maybe that's developed some more. Maybe that's more completed. Lots of cool textures in there. That's neat. Cool wall. Nick, I like that picture.
I see
All right, we're-
states, shapes of states.
Yep. There's a
Looks
short
like a map.
video help suggestion in that one. All right. I think I went to some old pictures. Let's check out this one. I tried my first abstract. All right, we're in abstract mode today. Perfect. This is Cornea. Show me how to do the eyelashes better. I really struggled with them. Thanks. Heaps. You know what? I'm gonna do that on a short. I'm gonna include this in my series of short videos. We'll do eyelashes. But let's just check out your art here. Your cool abstract art. Very cool. I love the layers, the textures. You know, it's just fun. This is something I don't do enough of. It's just having fun combining things just because it feels good, looks good. I'm always trying to analyze the science of it. And intuition can just feel so much better than that scientific understanding. It can. I know it just depends what mode you're in. All right, more to follow up to happen on that one, Cornea. Thank you very much. Just sharing my art, says Mary Ostrowski. Just started painting in March. I was always drawing when I was young, but I never painted. Okay, nice. So it looks like we got this cool picture. Mary, let's zoom in on it. I like it. I like the inviting arch. I want to go there. I'd love to go check out that waterfall behind the arch. Got some nice illumination effects. I like the lights here. These glowing lanterns, cool glow gradient in that. Really cool. This is very fantastical. It looks like a little paradise place I'd want to hang out in. Very nice. Hey, thanks for sharing this. This was from us. Mary, thanks for sharing that, Mary. Mitch.
More than 2 hours.
Mitch has one to share here. Let's see if the attachment came through. Here we go. Oh, nice. Somebody likes an element of realism. What do you think of this one, Zayden? Hey, do you know that noise comes through on the live streams? You're whistling, right? Just so you know.
Zabba-dee-dee.
It's okay. Zayden's not. He doesn't have the earphones. He doesn't know. All right. What do you think of this one, Zayden? That's a pretty cool picture. I like the realism in that. This is the texture. You know, trying to get perspective and the look of wood and that's painted. I mean, I just have to commend you for making this feel like there's a little bit of glare on a painted wood surface that's scraping off. Like how many textures you got to think about. That is very, very cool. I guess it's power of association too, you know, like it's something that looks familiar, but it's well done. Perspective is very dynamic in this. Excellent work. Man, we got talented people out there. That's cool. Okay, that was from Mitch. And share my art for improvement. Okay, I'm gonna check the rest of these and do short videos on them. Okay, so I'm not just skipping the others that are in the inbox there. I think they're good candidates for short videos, or we'll just get them on the next live stream. All right, do I still got you on the line, Ben?
Yes,
Or did you
sir.
take an emergency break.
Loud and
Yeah.
clear. No, I'm just sitting back watching all these creative individuals make all their stuff, spit their
Yeah.
colors out into the world. It's fun.
I feel like this picture needs to be preserved. I need the Instagram posts. I really feel like what I've done today is amazing.
Yeah,
What do you think?
it is really a statement about the condition of youth.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, when too many cars come out of portals, a lot of antifreeze gets in the water. Is my take on this. And it
it's a
turns into
position of our higher self and our
and then things
third eye being,
mutate.
blah,
They
blah,
start
blah.
monsters come out, gamma radiation, mutating things. You know, all kinds of stuff. So just because portals are cool. This is my final thought. Just because portals and technology are super cool, before we get obsessed with what we can do, let's think about what we should do when the aliens start trying to dump technology on us.
Yeah, there is an interesting takeaway here. As we look at this painting, we can ask ourselves, it is good to be liberated, yes.
Yeah, it is.
It is also good to be focused.
Yeah, agreed.
A time for one, a time for the other. They both have virtue.
We're testing the limits. We were curious today.
Well, yeah, let's lean hard into liberation and just see what happens.
That's it. All right, I'm killing it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It was very fun. Very fun.
Yep.
So,
thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next week.